with a couple bossy bitches, flossy bitches. When they pop, I gon' get ya, gon' split ya. They all gang when I bang. These bitches insane, they know my name, See, I just came through with some real bossy.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the BlackGirlPodcast,
where things can get a little ratchet, a little informative, but definitely funny.
And y'all bitches is back.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm glad y'all came back. Keep watching. Make sure y'all like and subscribe.
And comments, because we really do be wanting to know how y'all feel in the comments or whatever. Like,
because y'all really don't be commenting.
Yeah, like I want to know if y'all can relate or like what's some things that, you know, be going on with y'all life that we be talking about, if it's something that's similar, or, you know, share y'all stories with us, because we be wanting to know.
Yeah, just start subscribing, because I know I don't even subscribe to people shit, so I need to stop faking. I need to start doing that too.
But I would like it if I like the video. I would.
Yeah, I'll like it. Yeah, but I need to start like subscribing and shit like that. So can y'all do that, please?
Thank you.
Yes, and y'all see we back. This is with Pink Day. We got the pink outfit. We got
the pinky niggas.
We got that pink drink.
Yes, and it's good. NeeNee did her thing with this. Like, I was like, dang, why you didn't make some more?
This pink pussy.
I wrote that on one of my pictures too when I had the pink drink. I said, oh yeah, this is what I'm gonna name.
Pretty in pink, baby. Yeah, so let's get into it, y'all. We got some. This ain't no Freaky Friday episode. This ain't no City Tuesday, because I feel like we was giving y'all some little too much shit. So we about to get into some real shit.
We kind of about to go deep a little bit, because I don't know. I just feel like it'd be a lot going on, and people would be expecting certain things out of like certain podcasts. Like the first couple of ones, we gave y'all stuff about like your sex life. I mean, we touched on relationships and stuff too, but I feel like, I don't know, we need to talk about some stuff that people don't be really wanting to talk about.
Okay.
Or like
uncomfortable conversations. That's what they call them. Like uncomfortable conversations. But I like uncomfortable conversations. Yeah,
because I feel like people should live in their truth.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's never a conversation that's ever uncomfortable for me, because bitch, I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god.
I be wanting to know everybody. Like, I'll talk to you about anything. Like
Miss Nosy. Little Miss Nosy.
Little Miss, I be
we should make a card that'd be like NeeNee, Little Miss Nosy.
Because I be wanting to know, baby.
I'm kind of nosy too.
Yeah, we come from the same family. Bitch. A long line of nosy motherfuckers.
I like that.
My grandma was nosy, so my mother was nosy.
I feel like that's where we got it from.
Yeah, it passed down generations.
Real bad.
Are you nosy?
My grandma was nosy to the point she used to be looking out the front window.
And oh my god, y'all, she used to have a police scanner.
Yes.
And she like, something going on around y'all. Something going on.
Calling everybody.
She'll get like, y'all, when the caller come through and they be saying like the police on the way, she used to call my cousins and be like, go ahead.
Yeah, go in the house, y'all.
Because I heard her on the scanner. I'm like, my grandmother is, she's nosy. That's all I can say.
She used to know everything about everybody, like business that won't even be known, and we'd be the ones outside.
But that's why old people sit on the porch, because they nosy.
Yep.
Shout out to y'all, because I'm gonna be that old lady sitting on the motherfucking porch. I do that.
We like, oh, I saw such and such ride past. The police was chasing them.
Yeah, she knew everything.
Dang, I feel like that kind of came in handy when we got older too, because we wanted to know shit.
I love nosy old people that live out here. They let me know who stole my package, baby.
Yes.
Even though I don't like to steal my packages, but
that was before the front porch cameras.
Yeah, before the ring camera.
For real.
Alright, so let's get it.
So I think, like, okay, so what's something that you want to give your kids or your future kids that you didn't have growing up?
I didn't have growing up. I feel like, you know, I had a pretty good like childhood and stuff. The only thing is, and which is so unfortunate, like for me, I feel like, you know, like Moo passed away, and I never ever wanted to have a kid, because I always, you know, like my relationship with my father. Really, you didn't want to have a kid at all? I never wanted to have no kids, and I always said, I made an exception. I always said that if I did have a kid, I have to have a good baby father. Like I have to see you. Like, I would never just want to have a baby by a man. Yeah. And then, you know how some people, I feel like they have a baby by a man, and then they be like, oh, he an ain't shit father, but he was an ain't shit boyfriend. He was an ain't shit father.
You knew what you was walking into.
Yeah. Or he was a fucked up like nigga to his family, the females in his family. So with Moo was such a good father. Like, I was like, put one in me, baby. Yeah. Like, he made me want to be like, oh, like I picture like our little family and stuff like that. But like, my thing is, like, even when I dated guys, like, I felt like my relationship with my father wasn't that good. So I always looked for, like, if I messed with a guy that had kids, I always wanted to see what type of father he was. Because if you was like a bad father, just from like my trauma from like me being a kid at first, I would not fuck with somebody who like a deadbeat father. I don't give a fuck. That's just me. But Moo was just like such a good father, and I just feel like that's the only thing I ever wanted for like my kid. Yeah. And it's just so crazy, like, you know, sad that Arya never got to meet him. Like, he passed away when I was pregnant, and he just would have loved her so much. Like, I just know, but I just seen how he was with Ali and Allah, like how his other daughters, to the point like I could just tell Arya like how good of a father he was. So like now that's why I keep like pictures of him, and she know who he is, like on my arm, and like pictures around. She's like, that's my daddy. Like I like when she get older, I want her to know like you had a good ass father. Like, and on the other hand, because I don't know, like even though I'm like over this shit like with my father because I'm grown and shit like that, but I never forget like certain shit that I went through. Like my father was more so like when I was younger, he was the type of father like he just wanted to give us money. He didn't give a fuck about like relationship, time, or nothing.
Not even knowing that that's going to affect you in the long run.
And then so it's just like when I got older to the age where all the fuck I'm doing is calling you for money, you can't get mad at me just for calling you for money. Right, because that's all that I know you for. With us. So it's like then I had to realize like my mother was doing a lot on her own. Like you was bringing me money and shit at a certain like when I was younger, and then when we got older, you know that shit slowed up. You want to come, you'll bring me money like. You know, Christmas, birthdays, school time, but it's like that day-to-day being there every day, calling and checking in. Like I feel like I had to go.
It's the quality time. It's like I don't really know you.
Yeah, and I had to go through so much and learn about men from like experience myself. Like me, like going with certain guys or watching my cousins do certain shit. Like I didn't learn like how a man was supposed to treat me from my father, and I feel like. I felt like, you know, guys are supposed to be their daughter, like, first love. Like, I feel like you were supposed to have, like, that daddy-daughter bond and shit like that. So, that's the only thing I do get a little sad because I feel like Ari gonna miss out on that. Like, I know in time I'll probably, like, meet a guy and shit like that, and he could be, like, her stepfather. But I feel like the love that Moo had, like, Ari would have never, ever, like...
I wouldn't say she gonna miss out on it because she do have male figures in her life. Right. Like, her godfather, her uncles, people that can actually, like, show her something. Like, for us, we had our male cousins. Like, I'm the opposite. Like, I had my father, but that's all I really knew. So, me growing up, I was dominant. Like, I'm a dominant woman. So... I feel like if a guy don't come to me correct the way that I know, like the way that my father not taught me how to be, but certain shit that I saw, you got to come a certain way. Like, I don't just settle for the little stuff. Like, and then with that being said, like, I'm not, like, I'm feminine, but I'm more so on the strong side. Like, I feel like I don't need a nigga for nothing. Yeah. And I can't always be that way because, you know, a man's supposed to lead, but me... It's like, okay, I can kind of fall back and let you lead, but I'm not going, you're not in control 100% because that's not how I am. That's not how I was raised. Like, my father raised me not to be, like, in a man's place, but to know, like, okay, well, if he ain't going to do it, then you got to do it. So I make sure I always keep my shit on the back end because if you ain't got it, I got it. Like, I'm not looking for you to have it because that's why I would be like, I don't know how to ask people for stuff because I never had to. Like, I'm always like, oh, okay, I got my own money. Like, that ain't enough for me. Like, you can't do this for me. All right, cool. I got it. I'll do it myself. So, coming off of that, like, I didn't really have a soft side because for me, it was the opposite. Like, I grew up with my father. I wasn't really raised in a household with my mother. And me being so young where it was like a separation, I didn't really have that much time with her to know like, oh, okay, mom, we're gonna go to the mall, like girly stuff. It was more so like, oh, my father like, come on, we about to go fishing, like stuff like that. I grew into liking. So it was like I was a tomboy, but still in the same sense I was a girly girl because I had aunts, I had female cousins, I had sisters. So I still got a little bit of the feminine girly side, but it wasn't more so a mother figure, like to be like, oh, me and my daughter, so, oh, I'm about to go with my mom. It was always, no, me, my dad, and my sister, we about to do this and do that. And then it was probably kind of hard for my father too, because you got two girls, like we can't do stuff.
Do boys
stuff. So I'm like, you gotta
fishing, but we used to have a ball. But I feel like it was that balance. That's why, like, that goes back to what I'm saying. Like, even with Arya is girly as fuck, but she also has like a boy side. She want to play with cars. She want to play with boy toys. So, and the crazy part is like she wanted to play with toys from being at NeeNee house. Like we'll go over there with NeeNee, and she want to play with JR. And he like, come on, Ari. Yeah, you want to play with the car. So she know how to like flip the little thing on the car. So I do like that because I felt like, you know, even though like my father was some shit, like that's how I feel. My father was some shit, but I had cousins that taught us shit, so I didn't miss out. Like I wasn't green out here, and that's all I want. Like, but I do feel like, you know, I was stripped of like my little fairy tale, like, you know, having my first baby and, you know, being with like my baby father and shit like that. Like I just knew like he wanted Arya. Yeah. Like the first plan was like
the timing of it was fucked up.
Like give me a baby, and I said in a couple of years, in 3 years, I give you a baby, because like. When I, like, the crazy part is I used to think that I couldn't have kids. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm just so, like, protective of Arya now. Yeah. I used to think I couldn't have kids, because not being funny, when I was younger, I used to be popping playing beats like they was TikTok.
Oh,
like,
my God.
I was not trying to get pregnant when I was younger. Like, I'm like, fuck no. But when I started going to move, I got pregnant, like, in the beginning. And I remember he was about to go to jail, and I'm like, I ain't about to have a baby. Yeah. And I got an abortion. He was pissed off. I remember, like, that nigga, like, I seen the tear come out of his eye. He really was mad that I got an abortion. And then after I went to the abortion, after I got an abortion, we went to a cookout, and he just was staring at me. I could see him and my mother staring
Did
at
you
me.
tell him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I told him, like, the crazy part is I told him, and he was like, what you want me to just run him? Like, not go to jail? Like, just be on run him? Like, fuck no, like, go to jail. But I was still young, so I'm like, I don't want to have no baby. I'm like, you know, when you get out of jail and you can stay out of trouble for, like, you know, a little minute.
I want to see you get your shit together, so I know that we can beat this vision in my head that I'm having for what I want for my family, you know, like.
And I planned, like, if I would, like I always say, like, I wanted to have a baby at, like, before I turned a certain age. I wanted to be a girl. Like, I manifested Arya. Like, I always say that. And I used to say, like,
yeah, bitch, because I remember you calling me, like, all right, I'm pregnant, so you need to do what it do. But then it was unfortunate for me. Like, I found out all this extra shit with my health and stuff, so it was kind of like all that shit had to be pushed on the back end. And I don't know, it kind of made me sad, because, like, I'm getting older, and I feel like, I don't know, I just want certain things. Like, I want everything to play out the way that it's supposed to. Like, I'm not rushing it, but then in the same sense, it's like, okay, come on. But I want to make sure I'm healthy first. And, you know, like, I'm a workaholic, Brian a workaholic. So I got to still play in my mind, like, all right, most people, they get, 3 months off of work for, like, maternity leave. But at 3 months, I don't think I would be ready to leave, like, just my baby with anybody. But then in the same sense, I don't want to be out of work either. Like, my mind is so trained, like, okay, work, pay the bills, you know, kind of like be on track. And I know it's hard to, like, find somebody to watch your child that you trust. Like, my parents still work, his parents still work, so who the fuck gonna watch my baby? You can't just leave your baby with anybody. But I don't know. I feel like whenever the time comes, it's gonna come. They need to hurry up, but.
I feel like you can't rush it. That like just like how I said, like I felt like I couldn't get pregnant, and then when I got pregnant, like I only been pregnant like twice really, but when I got the abortion, and then when I got pregnant with Arya, and the first time when I got the abortion, then we came home, and then like he was doing good, we was trying. I couldn't get pregnant no more. I was not getting pregnant, and I was crying some days, and I'm like, damn, because
do you feel like it wasn't working?
Yeah, because I felt like. He used to say you shouldn't have aborted the first one. Like he used to be like that was my boy, but I just felt like everything happened for a reason. And then like sometimes like I did used to get sad, like when he passed away, and I'm like, damn, I would have already like had a kid. Like my kid would have probably been like fucking 5, 6 or something like that. Like,
now, do you feel like the guy have a say so in a woman getting an abortion if y'all together, like, or do you feel like it's your say so because it's your body, and if you're not ready, then you know.
See, the crazy part is the type of person I am. I feel like my body, my rules. Like I would consider what you're saying, but I'm gonna also lay down like the pros and the cons. Like like I used to tell him, like like when he wanted me to keep the baby, and I'm like, fuck no. Like the first baby, right? And like I told him, I'm like, you gotta go to jail. I'm not about to be out here struggling, like just going through all this shit. He like, my mother helped you, my sisters will help you, your mother help you. I'm like, that's not the point. I want my man.
It's a mental thing
like,
too.
And I just know me, like I don't like to ask people for shit and shit like that. So I was always like no, and then I still was having fun. I wasn't ready to be like a mom and do certain shit. But now like I love being a mom. Like Arya make me happy. Like the crazy part is Arya like saved me. Like you know how when people always say like God give you something at the right time, like when you life is taken, life is like a this game, like. I feel like I gained, like, God gave me her at the right time when I needed her. Like, he knew that if Arya, like, if I didn't have Arya when Moo passed away, I would have went crazy. Like, because parts of me sometimes, like, people don't be understanding, like, I was so, like, fucked up when Moo passed away that, like, in the beginning, I used
right,
to
and
say
emotional
I was
too.
so emotional. I was pregnant. And I couldn't cry as much because they told me, like, you're not supposed to cry. You're going to hurt your baby. Like, when I used to cry, Ari used to ball up in my stomach. And that would let me know, like, all right, mommy, like, stop crying. So I stopped crying. So I feel like I didn't even get a chance to, like, really grieve, move down until Ari was born. Yeah. So then when she was a baby, I'd be rocking her to sleep.
Are you about to cry?
In a little bit. I'd be rocking her to sleep. And she'd, like, I'd just be crying. Like, she wouldn't even know, like, I put her to sleep. After I put her to sleep, I'm watching her crying because I feel like I could really, like, cry now. Like, I could really
you can let it out.
Yeah, like, I just felt like, okay, like, I could, like, because once I had her, it's like, I don't know if it was like I was so shocked the whole pregnancy that, like, it didn't hit me that he was
like,
really
I'm
gone
pregnant
until
after.
And then it's like, when I had her, I used to cry every day. Like, sometimes I'd still cry now. And she's like, "Mommy, cry." Like, it was just so, like, fucked up. And then I just be thinking, like, damn.
So now that I'm really thinking about it, the first time you didn't have a baby because he was going to jail, and now the second time when you actually did have a baby, everything was working out. It's like his life got taken away.
So sometimes I used to blame myself, like, if I would have just had a baby, I could have gave him a baby that he wanted in the beginning. But I can't think like that.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I'm so blessed that I have Ari, because when I first was pregnant,
well, now you have a piece of him.
Yeah, I got a part of him. But sometimes I used to wish, like, I died with him, like, and it's fucked up to say, but, like, I used to, like, just be like, damn, I just wish I would have died, me, him, this baby in my stomach, like, all together, like, because that's how, like, I was going through the motion, like, me being pregnant. I used to wake up, like, thinking, like, this shit not real, like, this is just a dream. But Ari, like, made me stronger. Like, she made me, like, have some type of peace in this world that I feel like when I look at her every day, I be like,
I want to give you a hug.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Bad.
I just be like, you know, I'm trying to keep my citizen, but I'm like, you look just like your father. Like, you look just like him. She's so smart, like Moo. She got, like, Moo sense of humor. So it's just like, he really, like, left me, like, a part of him. And I knew, like, some days, even when she was, like, a baby, I could feel her, like, doing little stuff. She was cracking up, laughing and shit. And I'd be looking like, what the hell? And I'm like, he gotta be in here talking to her. But I don't know. I just feel like I am blessed, though. But that's the only thing that I feel like I always wanted to give. Like, when I say I want to have kids, I want to make sure I have, like, a good like a father for my kid, whether we was together or not. Like, even if we would have broke up, because, like, we used to always have talks, like, so we have a baby and we break up, then what happened? But he always used to tell me, like, I know you'll be such a good mom, like, because how you was with my kids and how you are with your siblings and your nieces and nephews and your cousins. You know, I love the kids. So he used to always say, like, even if we was to ever break up, like, you know, and, like, we had a kid, he's like,
it would be no stress.
He said, you would never keep the kids from me. He was like, first of all, he said, you'll be like, shit, huh? Back. Cause I just felt like I never seen, like, growing up, my mother, it was never no beef with, like, my mother and, like, any of her baby father, like, girlfriends or, like,
and
my
stepmother
and stuff like that. Like, it was never no bad blood. So I always seen positive relationships. So that's how I am. So even when we used to be talking about it, I'm like, if we was to break up and I have a kid, I'm like, if you was to get a girlfriend, I would not be a hater because I don't care. I would be like, long as she not mistreating my kid, but he's not the type to ever let somebody mistreat his kid. So I used to be like, cool with me. Like, I said, because I remember, like, him and his mother was talking one day. She was like, NeeNee ain't petty like that. She wouldn't give a fuck. He was like, Mom, NeeNee had dropped that baby off. Like, I'm about to go out of town. Bye. Like, because I just felt like if Moo was him, Ari loved me so much, but I know, like, she would have been a daddy girl. Like, I would know she would have been like, Moo, Mommy. Like, she only loved me because I'm the parent that's here and I'm her mommy. I feel like she would have loved
you every day.
Yeah, I felt like she would have loved both of us, but she would have loved Moo more because even, like, with Harvey, like, my nephew, like, he loved me because that's my nephew, but it's like he loved Moo because Moo used to let him do whatever. I come home, Harvey at our house, they done built the fort and shit. Like, he was like, and I tell him to stop, and I'm like, Moo, you childish and shit playing with him. Then I say stop, both of y'all stop. So I just feel like, you know, that's the only thing that I feel like I want my daughter to have, like a daddy daughter time. Like, even though it's stepfathers and shit out here, but I do feel like sometimes I see kids that, like, go through certain shit like that. They gotta, you know, like, where my daddy? Like, when it's shit in school and they have, like, daddy daughter dances and tea
so
times and shit like that.
I feel like absent fathers isn't always about the parent leaving. It could be a parent that died. It could be a child that went to foster care. So absent parents just in general, not even fathers, because some people grow up without their mom, like me. And it's not necessarily like, oh, I didn't see her. It's just I didn't spend
absent.
I didn't spend that much time with her in the same house as like my oldest sisters did. Like I was still young, so I didn't have that many memories to where growing up to where I got to age like 7, 8, 9. My father never bad talked to her, but it was more so like, oh, okay, if y'all want to go over there, y'all can go. I'm not stopping y'all, but it's y'all choice. Like it's not forced. Like I'm not saying, oh, I'm sending y'all to y'all mother's house. It's no, oh, y'all want to go to y'all mom's house this weekend? Okay, cool. But for me, I couldn't let it go. Like it's not sad to say, but most of the time I'd be like, no, I don't want to go. Like I don't want to go for what?
Because you know, at a younger age, when it's like that parent, because I feel like with my father, I remember certain memories. Like I remember sitting on the porch around Glenard and waiting all day, and you never showed up. But it was to the point I couldn't even talk about my father without crying. But now I'm healed and I'm older because I forgave him. Like I forgave you. Like I had to, like what I had to learn is I had to accept people for who they are. And sometimes some parents don't have that parent gene. Yeah. Even if they're a father and they made you, every parent it's out of sight, out of mind. Like if you're not in the house with them, you're not living with them.
And he was his first child too.
Yeah, first child and the first girl. So I feel like my father was really like out of sight, out of mind. So now it's like if you're not in the house with him, he don't give a fuck. Like he don't care. Or he'll have like a female that lived that he was with that made up for him. Like so it wasn't like him taking us places. It was them. It was their idea.
Making them like, go, get the kids. Let's go to da-da-da.
Yeah, so certain shit that like with my father, that's why it was real important. Like when I was with Moo, when he wanted to do certain shit with the girls, and he like, come on, boo, we about to go, and I'd be like, no, I'm gonna fall back. And he like, why, which one?
Let you spend your quality
and I told
time
him,
with
like,
them.
I've been a kid before, and I've been a girl that had a father, and then a father had girlfriends. And I said, my father never did shit with us by himself. So with them, I used to let them have their time. So to the point where I don't want them to say, we only have fun when it's NeeNee. Yeah. Like when we go with daddy, we don't have fun only unless NeeNee says. So I used to let them go do their thing, go to the go try. And then when they come home, they like, oh, come on, NeeNee, let's go to the store. And they like, daddy, we don't want you to come. We want to go with NeeNee to the grocery store. Like,
quality time
it was a
with
balance.
each
Like I wanted them to have
to have a relationship with you and a relationship with their father.
So that's really like the only thing. Like I just feel like, you know. But Ari do got a lot of love from like the male figures in my life. Like so I feel like, you know, my cousins, her godfathers, like, you know, just people in general that just love her, and it's just like I can tell like when she get older, she gonna be good.
Yeah. That's how I felt like for me growing up. Like I had a lot of aunts, sisters, cousins, to where when it was time to have like cookouts and stuff, we all in the kitchen cooking, helping them cook. We used to go to their job, and because most of them caterers, so we used to go with them to their job early as shit in the morning and help them cook. Like, so I still kind of got that female figure in my life, but living wise in a house with a parent, it was my dad, and then my stepmom came.
Periods and no
girl, the first right. My father having 2 girls. My father having 2 girls. Like mind you, y'all used to come to my house all the time, and when y'all used to be there, it's kind of like, okay, so y'all older than us, so Tia was older than Dada, so it was kind of like, all right, when she first got her period, she learned how to do it. So when it was time for my sister to come on, since my father didn't really know shit about none of that because we girls, she kind of helped her. And then when it was time for me, it was like Dada already knew how to do everything, so it was easier for her to teach me. You know what I'm saying? So not necessarily having a mother figure in the home, we still have females that were older than us that was able to teach us how to do certain things as far as being a female. So my father, he didn't really have to worry about that part of it too much because he had sisters that helped us. We had older cousins to help us. So I don't know, I feel like that was kind of good. I mean, we had a stepmom, but she didn't have no kids, so she didn't really know how to act around kids or be around kids. And it even came to a point where we had to tell my father, like, dang, like, she be going to the store and stuff, and she don't ask us, do we want to go? Like, we kind of, like, felt like, what are you here for? Like, but then again, we had to remember, like, she don't have kids. She was an only child, so she didn't know how to raise a child. As well, so. She was European.
They do shit different, so.
Yeah. And us being like little black girls, we probably was getting on her fucking nerve. But she didn't love us. But after we told him that, I guess he had to talk with her, and she would. I mean, I guess she didn't know how to raise kids. She didn't have kids, so she will always be like, "Okay, I'm going to run to Target or something. Y'all want to come?" And at first, that ass, she was like, "Bitch, you want to go? You want to go?" I'm like, yeah, come on, let's go. Like, let's see how it is. I mean, at least she trying. Because
sometimes, and a lot of things is like being like the stepmom, and you don't want to overstep certain boundaries sometimes. Because it's a lot when you are dealing with somebody who has kids. Like, you got to just take in all types of, like, you just got to just view how everybody feel all around the board. Like, because it's new for both y'all. Just as well as it's new for her.
The country was new for her too. Like, everything. So, I don't know. But it kind of, things started to change after that, like growing up and stuff. Like, we would all do stuff together, but she didn't, like, our hair and all that. We just had to get other people to do our hair.
I remember that.
That was kind of interesting.
Yeah,
I wonder if she was ever like, I want to learn how to do our hair. Girl,
I'm not.
You're not touching my hair.
This ain't no blowout, baby. You
right.
You probably be stressed out. So do you feel like it's anybody, like, in your life that, you know, like, you feel like, you know, does it, like, that you'll like that you're not talking to right now, that you feel like deserve like a second chance, or would you ever like try to like mend a relationship with somebody who you're like not talking to anymore or something like that?
Not talking to completely, or who I like choose to talk to here and there.
Just not talking to completely, like anybody that you probably cut off that you feel like deserve like a second chance. I haven't really like cut somebody completely out of my life to where if I see you, like, I don't end on bad terms with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of just fades out. So it's not really like I'm cutting you off because I'm mad about something. It's just, if I choose not to deal with you, then I won't speak to you. If it's family wise, if I see you, it depends on what you did to me. But if I see you, I will speak, but I'm not going to hold a conversation with you. Don't ask me how I've been, none of that, because it's not giving that. Hey, like, that's what it is. Friends-wise, or, like, old relationships and stuff like that, it's just, I don't know. Out of sight, out of mind. If I don't have to see you, I don't have to talk to you. But as far as people that I want to build a better relationship with, and I have, like, been working on it, I would say my mom. Because I still do have my days to where I'm like, I don't want to be bothered. But in a sense, it's still like I'm getting older. Like, it's not really nothing to hate. Like, I'm not. She wasn't like a bad person, but it's just, I don't know, like certain things that you wanted as a child.
Like sometimes I still do think back on it, and it's like things could be better, but it's not all bad. Like, I talked to her.
If they would have just communicated, that's how I feel. Like, with me, I just feel like I don't hate my father, but I wish him well. I just feel like it just ain't nothing that man. You don't really add no value to my life. So I feel like, you know, the only thing with my father, I don't talk to my father at all. And before Moo passed away, he always told me, like, if you have a kid, like when I was pregnant, he always used to tell me, because I was like, damn, my baby ain't really got no grandfather. He's like, your father. I'm like, my father not gonna be a grandfather for real. And he was like, just give him a chance. He like, you know, for me, if, you know, he could be, because I feel like if you a fucked up parent, the only way you can make up is by being a good grandparent. And I feel like, but I don't want to allow like that half-ass like in and out of my daughter's life, especially with her not already having a father. So I feel like any relationships around my kid, like, cause me now, I don't reach out to nobody when it about my kid. I don't give a fuck, aunt, uncle, none of that. Like, I feel like y'all know she here. If you know,
if you want in a relationship with her,
if you
because she's a child.
Like, she's a child, and at the end of the day, like, Aria, it's not even about like you buying, because I don't ask nobody for nothing when it comes to Aria. It's not about you buying or nothing. It's just about picking up the phone. My daughter got her own phone. Like, she's 2. She could FaceTime people and she know how to send voice messages. Like, if y'all, like, it's to the point like Aria knew Molly's voice and knew who Molly was. Even when he was in jail, he was in jail when Aria was born. He didn't come out till, but Aria was 2, was about to be turned 2, and she knew him. Hi, Molly. She knew to talk to him every day. So just like how she know everybody's voice just by talking to them on the phone, saying them here and there, but it's just y'all. People are active. Y'all active. She know. Hi, Deja. That's Deja. Like, you know. So I just feel like, you know, I'm not forcing a relationship with my kid with nobody, because I feel like I'm here to protect her, and I feel like I'm so protective of her now, because it's just making me think when you say like, what's something that I want for my child. I'm just so I don't want anything bad to happen to my kid. Like, now that I'm a parent, I understand what parents go through when they say they try to protect their child from any and everybody, but even whether it's family. Because, like, I just feel like I'm her only parent that she got left. I feel like her father already passed away, so it's like I gotta be mommy, and I gotta be super mom because I can never be daddy. Like, you know, that's why I don't even like when people say, "Oh, happy Father's Day." Don't tell me happy Father's Day.
Yeah,
like, I'm a mom. I'm a good ass mother. I'm super mom, but at the end of the day, like, I just gotta protect her because I feel like I'm the only person she got left.
I think I don't like when people be like, I'm the mother and the father.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not the father, you're the mother. And just be the mother.
Yeah.
Like,
because there's some good dads out here. That's why I always pray. Like, I hate when, like, I see good mothers, bomb ass mothers. I take my hat off to those who do about it. So, but I seen good ass fathers that try, and I see good ass fathers who is like the mother is like so just like to the point that it's just like you ruining this man like relationship, like being a father. So I see good fathers and I see fucked up mothers, but at the end of the day, I feel like with that parent shit, like, let a father be a father. That's why when people always be saying like, oh, their kid live with their father, like, it's okay. The father is a good parent too. Like, some motherfucking people, the baby fathers can hold it down. Can do just as a good job as the mother.
You know what I always be thinking in my mind, like, if my father was an ain't shit father, I do not know where I would be in life right now.
You had a good father.
I do not know where I would be in life right now. And
that's another thing, like, even with me having an absent father, we came with y'all. Right. When it came to, like, father shit, your father took us on, like, boy shit. Like, we go to monster trucks and we going fishing. We had fishing all night. We're in the truck. We doing all types of shit. We going Six Flags. We in there. He making us dance the New Edition.
Y'all, we was performing.
He used to make us perform that shit over and over and over again. Like, I just feel like, you know, I still got the best of both worlds, even though, like, and then the crazy part is I had such a good, like, just like how you had
you had good uncles.
I had a good ass mother though. Like, my mother always made it sure, like, I'm y'all mother. My mother never tried to be our father. She just showed us, like, as a woman, this is what you're supposed to do. I only could teach you how to be a woman. Certain shit I didn't listen to my mother when it came to, because I felt like, you know, I was learning my shit on my own. Right. But she did what she had to do as a mother, as a female, to show me everything as a, you know, you don't got to do this. You don't need a man for this. Not you don't need a man, but don't ever feel like you said, like, my mother used to make sure be independent so you don't have to feel like, oh, I got to stay with this nigga because he paying the bills or he doing this and he doing that. Like, my mother always taught us that, like, go get up, go get your own money. Yeah. And shit like that. So I did make sure, like, okay, I'm going to work. I'm taking my ass to work. Exactly. That's what my mother said. But at the end of the day, I felt like I had uncles, I had cousins, so I knew how to, like, how I was supposed to be treated by me.
Right, yep.
So I just feel like,
that's a good thing. Because sometimes, I mean, the parent can only be who they could be. They can only teach you what they can teach you or what they've been taught. So I mean, you can listen. But still, if you want to experience certain things, you gotta experience it.
Shit. That's just a part of life, I feel like. And I'm glad that my mother allowed me to, like, make my own mistakes sometimes, even though, like, I'd be like, I should have fucking listened, because I thought it was hard. But when I hit that 16 mark, I thought I was fucking grown.
As you get older, you're like, damn, my parents told me this when I was younger. But you would have never known if you didn't experience it. That's just like when people be like, their kids be sneaking out and shit like that. I'm like, well, if you hold them hostage, their mind is going to wander. They're going to want to do it. And that's going to make them want to do it even more if you're telling them no.
Allow your kid to go to learn some shit. My mother saved me from it. I'm like, oh, no, I'm going to listen to it. But my mother used to stress, like, when I was younger, my mother stressed how much, like, if y'all have a baby, like, especially young, being 15, 16, you have a kid, I'm not watching no kids. My mother always told us, she was 16, pushing me out. So, like she said, like, I was pregnant, but you at 16, pushing you out at 17 or some shit like that. And she like, y'all don't want to be stuck with no kids. Like,
because now that you look at it. And my mother
used to always tell me, like, live your life. Like, this man, you with this boy in high school, you're not going to be with him for the rest of your life. Stop making decisions feeling like y'all going to be together forever. And at first I was thinking, like, we is. But once I started realizing, I was like, fuck no, I don't want to be with this man. This nigga crazy.
And now you look back on it, you're like, whew.
I'm glad. But one thing about it, when my mother stressed the importance of, like, not having no kids, plan B I'm younger shit. Bring that shit up to my job. Let me pop this shit real quick.
Like, I never took a plan B before.
You didn't? No. You don't have to take one. That shit, I feel like that shit be fucking up your shit. Like, when I was taking them a lot, and then, like, once I wasn't taking them, I just felt like I never got pregnant. And I used to be like, I can't have kids.
Like, the plan B fucked my body.
Yeah, I used to always say that. I'm like, it fucked my shit up. And then when I finally got pregnant, I didn't even know I was pregnant when I first got pregnant. And I was at the doctor, because Moo used to come to the doctor with me. He used to be just irritating.
Okay, so speaking on the parent topic, did you see on, I think it was the Shade Room or the Neighborhood Talk, when they was talking about Black China and the Tiger situation, about how he was saying, like, she was trying to get, like, shared custody or something like that of King, and he was like, nah, like, just keep being a Saturday through Monday mom or some shit like that. How you think that situation is gonna play out? Like,
see, with stuff like that, sometimes, like, when it's like a baby father, baby mother, I tend not to get into stuff like that, because, like, sometimes both sides tend to slice the situation. So it could be like, because what I notice sometimes, she don't ever address shit that's on the internet. So she'll let them say whatever, and she never ever say nothing. So I seen situations where, like, it'll be a motherfucker on the internet capping lines saying, like, oh, this nigga don't do shit for my kids, woo, or this bitch do this and that, and whole time it's the total opposite. But that other person never get on there and address, like, the rumors of the situation. I'd be like, bitch, you ain't gonna say nothing. They like, why? I know the truth. So some people don't bother to, like, really go and address the internet, because fuck all the people on the internet.
I don't even know for a fact if she's the one who posted and even said that she was trying to get shared custody.
Because, you know, they make up shit all the time. And at the same time, you know, like, if you don't go down to the courthouse, nobody has custody of the kid unless you go to court. Right. So in the beginning, like, I know motherfuckers that play, like, the kidnap game. The father kidnapped the kid and
that's crazy.
Won't give him back to the mother. The mother take the kid, and it's like, until y'all have that shit in court order, like, it's joint custody, y'all could just keep playing that game back and forth until somebody go down there and file. But for real, like, he belongs to the state for real. Like, like, they never had it. So I just feel like, I don't really know. I don't know if that shit is true, but I do feel like, I hope that they could, like, work it out, because it seemed like the kid loved both of them. So I just don't ever.
And I feel like after the stuff that happened with the Kardashians, it was kind of like,
like trauma. And, like, people go through, like, like, I just feel like sometimes men and just everybody shouldn't ignore, like, people postpartum, because, like, that postpartum shit is real. Like, I feel like you have to be, like, strong-minded. Like, that's what, like, people ask me, like, they thought I was gonna go through postpartum, like, oh my god, like, I gotta watch her, she probably gonna try to kill herself or kill the baby, because people do that. But I never, like, I don't know, I didn't go through postpartum. I was sad, but I didn't go through, like, postpartum, because I feel like my mind is, like, stronger than that. Like, I'm not like a weak-minded person, but I'm not just saying you're weak-minded, but I can see how people could fall into postpartum depression. Like, that shit would drive you crazy. Just imagine, like, being in the house, and say, for instance, if you had an ancient baby father, you in the house, you with the kid all day, the kid crying, or you gotta go through this, and then you looking at your body, you like, I done gained all this weight. Like, it's just so much that go through, like, your mind. So I do feel like, you know, I don't know, people just, like, just imagine the shit that she went through while being, like, after she had the baby and shit like that, and you go and cheat with this little ass girl and shit like that. So I just feel like, you know, shit like that, I just be praying for, like, the kid at the end. Honestly.
I mean, people only go by what they see. So if she's showing certain things on the internet, which, like you said again, she don't address nothing. She just let people run with whatever they think is going on. Now, that's just like with the Keke Palmer situation and her baby father. They never really came to the internet and said they broke up. People just ran with that shit like, oh, they're broken up. She just had a baby. This, that, and the third, da-da-da.
Oh, and then what they say, y'all hyped her into being a single mother. Yeah. It's just like, it's nothing wrong with being, not as, if the father's, and one thing, stop saying a single mom. You're just a mother that's single. Right, exactly. If the father is an active father, stop saying you're a single parent. Just say, I'm single and I co-parent. Like, it's not, I hate when a father is taking care of the kid and they're like, oh, she's a single mother. No, she's a mother that's single. Exactly. Because she has a good baby father at the end of the day. So I feel like another thing, people just, I don't know, people just love to assume shit. Yeah. And you're not supposed to do that. Like, that's why I stay out of people's relationships. I stay out of people's business. Because at the end of the day, a motherfucker could be telling you this and that. You think they broken up, but if you see them out with each other and everybody looking stupid. Yeah, that's how you supposed to mind your business. Yep. Especially for stuff like that. I feel like Keke Palmer is a good person. Oh. And it's like that. I already don't like her for it, but I don't know. I just I got my reasons, but I don't know. I feel like but I do feel like she's a good person. But we could talk about that later. But I do feel like she's a good person. And I just feel like, you know. Why do you think she ain't a good person? I want to know. No, I said I think she is a good person. Okay. I just don't. It's just. You don't like her. She not for you. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, I feel like people need to mind their business. And see, the shit that get put on the internet, people just automatically assume, oh, they're not together. Then boom, her birthday come up, they at the table. And everything looks
would rather
fine.
believe a lie and some messy shit versus the truth. Yep. Somebody could come tell you a lie,
and they never came out and addressed it and said, no, we didn't break up, none of that, because people don't care to feed into the internet drama. Like they don't care. They let y'all run and think whatever.
Yeah. So say for instance, boom, people, even if somebody make up something about you, they post it on the internet. Everybody running wild with it. Oh, she did this, she did this. But once you have the receipts to prove, they're gonna be like, they're gonna make up every excuse. Yeah. That's a lie. Yeah. It didn't happen. She made it up.
If you don't say nothing, it's a problem. When you do say something, it's a problem.
It's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
Exactly. Honestly. Fuck y'all bitches. How bad? Because what? Like, I know we say we come from a long line of nosy bitches, but y'all need to mind y'all business.
Yeah. How about that? Y'all need to mind y'all business, bitch. I don't mind my business, bitch. I mind everybody's business, bitch. I am the business minder. Like, the fuck.
Okay, little Miss Nosy.
Yeah. So when I say mind your business, I'm not talking about me.
Talking about y'all.
I'm talking about y'all. But we
ain't making up stories running on the internet just saying whatever. About people. Like, no.
Anything I say in my mouth is straight facts.
Right. And I got receipts because I'm a screenshotting ass bitch. I screenshot everything.
Bitch shit just fall into my lap. Oh, people business.
But like all this happened, I've been knew about that 2 months ago.
Tell me. When people be telling me, I'm like, girl, I've been figuring it out myself because bitch, I'm just that's the game ass bitch. That's what I'm saying. So we hope y'all enjoyed this episode.
Yes, it kind of got a little.
And I hope y'all bitches don't ever think y'all can say y'all seen me crying because bitch, I held them tears back and ain't no tears. Like I held them tears back, but. Don't be trying to say like y'all. I was on here crying.
It's okay. That was an important topic anyway. So,
but don't nobody ever see me cry. But I was, I had to like keep this shit. Yeah. So we'll see y'all next time. It's been real.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.